Publisher's Introduction. Thank you for picking up a copy of On Benefits by Seneca. We have updated this work into modern English so you can understand exactly what Seneca wrote 2,000 years ago. We encourage you to refer to the original writing as you read this updated work. If you enjoy this book, please share with a friend, leave a positive review on Amazon, and see more updated works at oldbooknew.com. Chapter 1, Book 1, 1. Among the many faults of those who live recklessly and without thinking, my good friend Liberalis, I would say that there's hardly any fault more harmful to society than this. We neither know how to give nor how to receive a benefit. This leads to benefits being poorly invested and becoming bad debts. In these cases, it's too late to complain about them not being returned because they were wasted when we gave them. It's no surprise that while the greatest vices are common, none is more common than ingratitude. I see this as caused by various reasons. The first is that we don't choose worthy people to give our help to. Although when we are about to lend money, we first carefully check the means and habits of our debtor and avoid sowing seed in worn-out or unfruitful soil. Yet we scatter our benefits randomly rather than bestow them thoughtfully. It's hard to say whether it's more dishonorable for the receiver to deny a benefit or for the giver to demand it back. A benefit is a loan, the repayment of which depends merely on the good feeling of the debtor. To misuse a benefit like a spendthrift is most shameful because we don't need our wealth, but only our intention to free us from the obligation of it. For a benefit is repaid by being acknowledged. Yet while those who don't even show enough gratitude to acknowledge their debt are to blame, we ourselves are no less to blame. We find many people ungrateful, yet we make more people so because sometimes we harshly and reproachfully demand something in return for our help. Other times we are fickle and regret what we have given, and other times we are peevish and quick to find fault with small things. By acting this way, we destroy all sense of gratitude, not only after we have given something, but while we are in the act of giving it. Who has ever thought it enough to be asked for something in an offhand manner, or to be asked only once? Who, when suspecting they were going to be asked for something, hasn't frowned, turned away their face, pretended to be busy, or purposely talked without stopping to avoid giving their friend a chance to ask for help, and avoided by various tricks having to help their friend in need? And when cornered, hasn't either put the matter off, which is a cowardly refusal, or promised help ungraciously, with a wry face, and with unkind words they seem to grudge saying? Yet no one is glad to owe what they haven't so much received from their benefactor as wrung out of them. Who can be grateful for what has been disdainfully thrown to them, or angrily cast at them, or given out of weariness to avoid further trouble? No one should expect any return from those they have tired out with delays or sickened with expectation. A benefit is received in the same spirit in which it is given and shouldn't, therefore, be given carelessly, for a person thanks themselves for what they receive without the giver's knowledge. Neither should we give after long delay, because in all good deeds the will of the giver counts for much, and someone who gives tardily must have long been unwilling to give at all. Nor certainly should we give in an offensive manner, because human nature is such that insults sink deeper than kindnesses. The memory of the latter soon fades, while that of the former is treasured in memory. So what can a person expect who insults while helping? All the gratitude they deserve is to be forgiven for helping us. On the other hand, the number of the ungrateful shouldn't deter us from earning people's gratitude, for firstly, their number is increased by our own actions. Secondly, the sacrilege and indifference to religion of some people don't stop even the immortal gods from continuing to shower their benefits upon us, for they act according to their divine nature and help all alike, including those who poorly appreciate their generosity. Let us take them as our guides as far as our mortal nature allows. Let us give benefits, not put them out at interest. The person who, while giving, thinks of what they will get in return deserves to be deceived. But what if the benefit turns out poorly? Why, our spouses and children often disappoint our hopes. Yet we marry and raise children, and are so stubborn in the face of experience that we fight after being beaten and set sail after being shipwrecked. How much more persistence should we show in giving benefits? If a person doesn't give benefits because they haven't received any, they must have given them to receive them in return, and they justify ingratitude, whose disgrace lies in not returning benefits when able to do so. How many are there who are unworthy of the light of day? And yet the sun rises. How many complain because they were born? Yet nature is ever renewing our race and even allows people to live who wish they had never lived. It is the mark of a great and good mind to desire not the reward of good deeds, but good deeds themselves, and to seek a good person even after encountering bad ones. If there were no rogues, what glory would there be in doing good to many? As it is, virtue consists in giving benefits without being certain of receiving any return, but whose reward is immediately enjoyed by noble minds. This should have so little influence in stopping us from doing good actions, that even if I were denied the hope of meeting a grateful person, the fear of not having my benefits returned wouldn't stop me from giving them, because the person who doesn't give anticipates the vice of the ungrateful person. I will explain what I mean. The person who doesn't repay a benefit sins more, but the person who doesn't give one sins earlier. If you carelessly give away your gifts, many will be wasted for one that's well given. 2. In the first part, you can criticize two things. You shouldn't give benefits carelessly, and it's not right to waste anything, especially benefits. If benefits aren't given thoughtfully, they stop being benefits and can be called anything else. The meaning of the second part is excellent. One benefit given properly can make up for many that were wasted. Consider if it's not more true and fitting for the giver's honor that we should encourage him to give, even if none of his gifts are well received. Much must be lost. Nothing is truly lost because the giver knew the cost beforehand. The accounting of benefits is simple. It's all about giving. If someone returns it, that's a bonus. If not, it's not lost because I gave it for the joy of giving. No one records their gifts like a creditor demanding repayment on a specific day. A good person doesn't think about such things unless reminded by someone returning their gifts. Otherwise, they become like debts owed to him. It's a lowly practice to see a benefit as an investment. Regardless of what happened with your past benefits, keep giving to others. They might be better appreciated by the ungrateful, who might one day be grateful due to shame, a good opportunity, or by following others. Don't get tired, do your duty, and act like a good person. Help one person with money, another with credit, another with your support, this person with good advice, that one with wise sayings. Even wild animals respond to kindness, and there's no creature so fierce that good treatment won't tame it and earn its affection. Lion keepers can handle their mouths safely. Fierce elephants become as obedient as servants to get their food. Constant, unending kindness wins over even creatures who naturally can't understand